So Frank, I just got off a meeting actually with one of my other students who's he's out in Virginia, and this guy he decided to get into the moving middleman industry, and he's just getting going. Told me yesterday that he's working, and I made a note. This guy's working in at least five different markets out of Virginia. So he's soliciting jobs, promoting his middleman business and booking jobs in like five different major cities, from anywhere from Florida to up to Chicago, killing it. He was like yesterday he had six calls. I think he's taking on average about $120 per booking, and I think that's about $720 in one day. And so now he's looking to get into what do you call it? The VA portion. So now he's looking to get into the VA portion. So hopefully I don't lose signal, man. I'm switching everything. Oh, I see the logo. Nice. That's all right. Let me see. Wait, come in closer with the hat. Oh yeah, the hat's fire, man. The LA Lawns. Has the site gone live yet, Frank? The LALawns.com?
He said he emailed me back a couple of days ago. He said any changes, don't worry. I'll be here for 30 days to make any changes. I had him do the changes that you suggested.
Yep.
With the texting.
Correct.
All text.
Yep. So a couple of revisions.
Yeah, any day now.
Yeah. Man, I like your site. That site's going to be fire, and it's gonna be easy for people to find this and remember it, because that's why we picked your business name like this, Frank. That's why we picked the colors that for the city you want to operate in. That's why I always tell the students it's important to have a good business name. You don't necessarily want to put your name in the business name, but because you don't want to be known as the brand. And you and I talked about that. We talked about finding color schemes that's good for the city you're gonna open your business in. You and I, you're out in LA, so the Lakers, the Lakers are number one, so that's pretty easy to do that. And man, that logo is fire. Have you gotten any? I'm curious. I don't know if you've worn it out. If you've worn it out, have you gotten any compliments on the logo or anything like that?
Not yet. No.
Okay.
Not yet.
So, all right. So when you wear it out, I guarantee you're gonna get compliments, because that stuff is fire. And I like it, man. I'm a little bit jealous. That thing looks good. That thing looks good, man. You deserve it.
On that website, I looked at when you mentioned generating a quote online, I was like, wow, that's going to be probably expensive and difficult. But I Googled real quick online quote generator for landscaping.
Yep.
I found. Did you see that one?
Come on, man. That's the one you sent yesterday. The email, right? Yeah.
That's where the money's at, right there.
Dude, this stuff is so easy, Frank.
It doesn't give exact. It gives a range, which is important. That way when the person shows up to do the work, they're like, you were quoted between this and this, and I can firm up that quote now by measuring and doing whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But landscaping,
copy and paste. So I told them time and time again, I said, man, look, a lot of stuff's just going to be copy and paste. When you get it down, it's going to change everything, just to learn how to do it and just to get that business up and going. The hardest part is going to be like setting up the business. Once the business gets set up, Frank, and you know this now, man, this is easy work after that. Yeah, so it's not hard. Let me ask you this: would you call this hard so far? What we've been doing?
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
It's just following the steps that you outlined during the coaching calls, and just taking care of business. Going down. Okay, I got to do this. I got to take care of this. Take care of this. So it's not hard.
It's just the blueprint. It's just follow the blueprint, like I've said. And you've done a great job. I even commented yesterday when you commented under the video. I said, guys, Frank's one of my favorite students. And I said, because Frank just gets in there and does the work. And Trying to make this thing where everybody can see us, Frank. But I said, man, Frank's one of my favorite students because what Frank's going to do, Frank's going to get in there and do the work and then update me. So when I give you these little small homework assignments, it ain't going to make you sweat. It ain't something you got to go out and bang doors. No, this is going to be easy. What are we doing? What's the industry we chose? Yours was the lawn care and everything that goes with lawn care and landscape. Okay, what city are we going to launch in? LA. Bam, like LA. All right, let's get a business name. Let's get some colors people in LA are already familiar with. And now
That's
that we
crazy.
got that, come on.
Tell the story about how we came up with that name. And you saw it. You came up with the name.
The LA
You were like,
Lawns.
yeah, you were like, let's Google LA Lawns just for the hell of it, right? I was like, I
Look,
said to myself, wow,
yeah,
where's he going with this? That's probably taken,
yeah.
right? That's
Come
probably
on,
taken.
man. And it was there,
You
Frank.
Frank, it's available.
Yeah.
And next thing you told me, check with the Secretary of
Yeah.
State, right? And then the next
Yeah.
coaching call, hey man, I got the name.
Yeah.
Everything's good to go.
Come
I got
on,
the business
Frank.
account,
Yeah.
and the logo.
Ooh,
And then you helped
man.
me out with the logo big time. That logo is
Whew.
beautiful, man.
LA Lawns, greener lawns, happier homes. Come on, man. We can't lose with this, Frank. This is too easy. Then I'm looking at your logo, the purple and gold, the LA.
We're gonna be doing merch on the side. Too.
Come on, brother. And not only that, Frank. See, I'm a big thinker. That's why I love these one-on-one coaching sessions. I'm a big thinker because I believe I try to see things for what they could be. And there's nothing that if I feel like if we can see it, if you can see your business at 100,000 a year, 200,000 a year, even a million a year as you grow and expand your business, then your business can do that because instantly, not only do you believe you're capable of doing it, but the resources that you need to do it are already there, and so they start showing up. And so I think about things like, all right, Frank's a small business owner. All right, who's out there? The Lakers are out there. Can Frank have a conversation with somebody who represents the Lakers organization? Call the front office something and say, hey, I'm a small business owner. Is there anything that you do where you partner with small businesses in the LA area? Right? And you get the publicity to say that, hey, the Lakers are a supporter of small businesses. Here's one of the businesses we support. Hey, okay, gotcha. Can you run my logo at halftime during a Lakers game? 30 seconds. Okay, got you. Can you put us on a website? Can you do this? Can you do that? And then all of a sudden, Frank's got $1 million a year business. And the reason I say that, Frank, right now we're working with I just made contact with somebody who used to work for the Dallas Mavs. She just recently retired from the position like 6 months ago. I'm building a relationship with her so I can reach out to the Dallas Mavs organization here in Dallas and try to get some type of partnership for small businesses, right? Because these organizations want to be able to say, hey, we work with small businesses, we love them, right? Because people care about that, and that's a good look publicity wise for them.
I like it. I'll be making that comment, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So see something like that in the future where you can partner with these brands and whatnot, and be able to do it. Also, Frank, I know. Did you get to the flyers yet? Did you get your flyers?
Yeah, I got the flyers. You want
yeah, let me see one. Let me see one.
I'll let you see 1,000. How's that?
Oh, you got 1,000?
Yeah.
Nice. All right, back it up a little. All right, gotcha. New lawns, tree and palms, hillside cleaning, abatement, code. Come on, man. Drip systems. Call, text, bam, 10% discount, and then the phone number. All right, so who you are, what you do, and how to reach you. Perfect. That's what I love about that, and I love the colors, right? So you got the company colors, but you also have the greenery, right? So the greenery for anybody who's looking at that. So now that's how you're going to generate some business organically. So I love that, man. That looks good. I love the shirt, the hat. I'm just going to tell you, the hat is fire.
I may have to send one to you, man.
Man, send me one. I need to create a collection of all the students who are going through the class, building businesses, having success, and making money. So
it's in the mail. It's in the mail.
Put it in the mail, man. I'll email you my address to send it to. We're just moving into the new home. That's why my Wi-Fi's been kind of skunky for the past few days. So we bought a new home. I always tell you guys, build your business.
Congrats, man.
I appreciate it. Build a business and buy yourself a big, beautiful house. Build the business
I actually
first.
just, I actually just, I'm 60 days away from moving into a house, two
Wow.
doors down from my in-laws.
Come on, man. Yeah, what a
Get
blessing.
this. The home prices in that area are 1.8, 2 million.
Ooh,
We're renting.
man.
Get this. We're renting
Yeah.
the place out for half the market rent.
Wow. Come on,
Huge
man.
blessing, man.
Yeah.
We're about to
What
move
a
into our
blessing.
in-laws too.
Yeah.
And I told my wife, I'm like, hey, I love your in-laws, and I want to keep loving them, but we need our space. You know, we got two
Correct.
boys,
Yeah.
and this opportunity came up, and I'm fixing the house up because I'm in the trade, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna help fix the house up, and
Yeah.
man, it's a huge blessing, man, to have.
Man.
And it's a get this 20-year lease, my friend.
Wow. What a blessing. Let me ask you this, Frank, because a lot of people are going to see this video on my YouTube channel when I air it. And I always say I don't force anybody to get on these channels and ask anything. It's always voluntary. Uh, but initially, what prompted you to decide that, hey, gotta find another way to make money, gotta find another path to building wealth and success and getting freedom, and then prompted you to go ahead and click and get into the masterclass? I'm always curious.
Two things.
Okay.
One, um, deep in my heart, I've always wanted to retire my wife. Where she can
Nice. Yeah.
quit her job and stay at home with the kids.
Ooh, man.
And then I've talked to a lot of people that are older, and what I've been hearing is it's not easy. It's almost impossible, right?
Wow.
So then I said to myself, well, I've been down that road where people tell you, hey, don't even try it. I've tried it. Look at me. And then I said to myself, well, that's them. That's not me.
Yeah.
That's their experience, and that's my main driver.
Wow. Yeah.
And then I looked at how much it would cost to get my wife to stay home, and between gas, right, going to and from work,
Right.
Wear and tear on the car, her time. I was like, how much money do I need to make self-employed to replace her income? And that's when your videos.
Come on, man. Divine intervention.
I was hooked on those videos, and I was like, he's speaking to me. It's like I feel like I'm you.
Yeah, absolutely.
5 years down the road,
Yeah.
I saw myself in, like he's speaking my language. He's like 10,000 a month, reasonable. He's not, shooting for the stars, practicing like some crazy numbers. This is really, and I'm already doing the middleman with what I do. Sometimes I get a phone call, hey, I need a plumber, I need this. I just hand it off, and sometimes I make a little bit, sometimes I don't. I'm like, wait a minute, I need to monetize that. That's something I'm good at. I'm always in the middle. I'm like, instead of being the monkey in the middle, I'm going to be the one that makes a little bit of money on the middle. So both, I put people together, I love doing that. Connecting people, man. That's what I do.
Yeah. So you're naturally a middleman. So you were born for this. And man, I always tell people in the kingdom, there's no coincidence. When you're looking for something and you're looking for opportunity, it's gonna be there. There ain't nothing new. It ain't got to be created out of nowhere. You just got to be open to it, open-minded. See the option. Like you made a decision. Hey, look, I can't live like that. Like the way you guys are telling me it's gonna be. I don't want to live like that. And I got this burden that I'm sure a lot of us, if you have spouses, have, where I want to see my spouse free. That's essentially what it is. I used to tell my wife, and she can tell you, I said, hey, I didn't marry you so they could work you 40 and 50 hours a week and then give you back after you retire and you're burned out, worn out. That ain't happening. So last year I was able to go to her and not fully retire. She doesn't have to work, but she enjoys what she does. But now she works 1 day, maybe 2 days a week, just to have fun and get out of the house. I say I'm okay with that. Just want you to know we don't need your paycheck, and you can take off or you can not go to work whenever you want to, and we can do weekends, we can hang out, we can do whatever we need to do. And that was a blessing for me because that changed everything. And I'm always realistic, Frank. I don't jump on here and tell you you're going to make $1 million. Like I always tell people, there are channels that'll fluff you and waste your time. I'm not that guy. I don't have time to waste like that. I'm just going to tell you straight up, if you do this, you can make 3, 4, 5,000. If you really want to do it, you can make 10,000. Depends on your industry. You, for instance, if you're taking $500 deposits like we talked about in the last meeting, if you're taking $500 deposits, then 20 jobs a month, you don't even have to do a job a day, just 20 jobs a month, you're already at 10 grand just on that one industry. And based on your website, you offer so much more. And then you were able to do the research and find that booking software. All right, now you institute that. Now you got a game changer. Now your site makes money 24/7. And that's why I'm big on automation. Remember, we talked about that last time. Said, look, if we can get some automation, because you were saying, hey, had a customer wanted to quote, somebody had to go out there. Bam, let's get away from that, because no matter what the industry is, we can't always pop up and do a walkthrough, right? We got some other things, some other plugins that we could utilize so I could get the information I need, right?
And that's what I love about the coaching, because
Yeah.
I was in my head about, man, I was stuck, right?
Yeah.
And sometimes, you get stuck and 3 years go by. It happens,
Woo.
man. I was stuck, but then I had a coaching call.
Yeah.
The next week, and I wrote down the question.
Yeah.
And you've been there, done that. You kind of parted
Yeah.
the clouds.
Come on, man.
You made it sunny again,
Yeah.
man. And I was like, after that call, I felt empowered. You know what I mean?
Wow.
I was like, with coaching, there's nothing that can stop you.
No.
The only person that can stop you is you.
That's right. Glad you said that.
And this is the first time I ever have a coach. I've done
What?
all kinds of things, but
Yeah.
I've done all kinds of things, but
Yeah.
I was tired of being an island. I was on an island.
Right.
Yeah. Now with the coach, I feel connected. I feel like, the veil has been lifted, and I can take steps towards my goals.
Yeah. I'm glad you feel that way. And my goal, because I've had a lot of students, including you, I got a bunch of students, and my goal is to always be available to as much as I can. You guys know I always share it with the because if you're messaging me, you get my VA, but if not, I'll get to respond. But usually 5, 6 o'clock, I'm out to the next day because I have a family, I have kids, and that's what that time is reserved for. You know how that goes. But as often as I can, you've emailed me, you've reached out to me, you've like, hey, let's get on a call. I try to be there as much as possible. Now, I do understand, that's why I keep saying I'm probably going to have to create a waiting list to get into Masterclass. The reason is because I want to see students successful. And for those who want to show that they are willing to do the little bit of work required, and you can do the work from the kitchen table, it ain't hard, but while eating the snack, right? But for those who actually want to put in the work, what I want to do is I want to be available to them. So if we can jump on a call. I told you I'll have a phone number within a couple of days, probably early next week, where I'll be able to have phone calls. Hey, if I'm not available for a Zoom, I got 5 minutes. Jump on this call. Let's go. What do you need? Like, how do we get your business successful? Because I want to hear the success story. I want you to call back and say, hey, just want you to know, man, we've been doing this for a year. My wife's not working. We're out at Disney World on a vacation. My business is making money overnight. And so that's the goal. That's why I want to be here for every student, Frank. And so, but again, with that being said, I'm limited on how many students I can have because I do that. But I'd rather do that than to have 1,000 students. I'd rather have 250, 400 students and be able to communicate with them. And I don't have to talk to everybody because a lot of them, their businesses are already booming. And so like the call I had just before you, on fire, this dude I'm doing the numbers. He's like, yeah, yesterday we had a pretty busy day. He's probably watching this video. I'm not going to embarrass him. But he said, yesterday we had a busy day. I was like, how busy? He said, we booked like 6 calls. I was like, you're averaging 120 and that's $720? He was like, yeah, so I'm going to be needing a VA soon. I was like, what? Wait a minute. Goodness gracious.
He's just hitting the tip of the iceberg, man.
I wish I could have put him on with you. And when we start doing these group trainings, because we're working on a schedule now, because I'm going to be adding a bunch to it, and then you guys will get that too. And I was explaining that to him, and I got about 5 minutes left, Frank, but I was explaining that to him. and and going over some stuff like, hey, here's what you need to do. It's like, I got a script. I kind of know the script. I was like, no, we can't. No, we got to know the script. The script's got to be on its own. It's got to live by itself. Put that script down. You got to share that with your VA. Gave him some options on VA and who we work through with our VA, how to go about hiring. That's one thing we're going to start doing in the group trainings. We got to get into the VA because people are starting to grow their businesses and see 5,000-10,000 a month. I know I got a few students that just crossed the $8,000 mark and in their first 90 days. Now, I always say it varies because it depends on what industry. If you got low deposits, it's going to be volume for you. You're going to have to get a bunch of them. But if you're making 100 on average per deposit, then you could do that pretty quickly when you start scaling. But we went over stuff like that. We talked about the script. And I was like, wait, where are you booking out of? He was like, I'm booking out of 5 cities right now. 5 cities? And I said, there it is. There's the beauty of a middleman business. You don't have to do the work, so you don't have to be there. Yours is LA Lawns. But you might start scaling in the next year, and then you might have San Diego Lawns, right? And they all partner together through your site. They might look up LA Lawns, and then it says, LA Lawn says, where are you? Oh, I'm in San Francisco. Okay, bet. Click here. We have teams in San Francisco. And now you're scaling up and down the West Coast. Right, without even leaving. And so that's the beauty of it. You were able to get the customer the other day, the one that you had to go out. Was that through Craigslist? How was that one?
Craigslist, yeah.
Okay.
Craigslist, $5 ad, yeah.
Come on, dude. And potentially a $5 ad for tree trimming, because I think that was a tree trimming customer.
Yeah.
Could bring in, what would be the average you would take on a tree trim?
That one was 2,000. So
oh my gosh.
That's probably a $200 deposit, to get it going.
Oh my God! What's the ISP? What do you think they were willing to do it for?
Probably, 16. I could get it for 1,600 easy.
Come on, that's why I told you, Frank, that when you start getting, that's why it's important to get a few ISPs, right?
I got 10. I've got 10.
Come on, Frank. Frank, you're on fire, man. I'm gonna have to raise you to 20 grand in the next 6 months.
I got 10 ready to go, my friend.
Come on, dude. All right, so 6. All right, so 10. All right, so now you have 10 ISPs that's on deck. That's perfect. That's beautiful. All right, and the reason I was saying that, say you book that job for $2 grand, right? And then you require, let's say you take a 20% deposit, just 20, because mostly 20% is like a management commission and it's fair. Most people hear 20%, they don't get upset about it. But you book it, you get 20%. All right, 20% of 2,000, that's 400. How long does it take you on a phone call to close that job? Now, I don't know anything about trees, so I'm asking you. If you were booking
I'd say about 15 to 20 minutes.
Oh my gosh, let's just say 20. Let's do high end. 20 minutes on a phone call to make $400, right? $400. Now, I know a bunch of people that are watching this are going to start looking at the tree trimming industry. So, Frank, do you help me out? Because I say the middleman is the greatest business model. Do you go out and cut these trees down, Frank?
Absolutely not.
Why would you?
I'm afraid of heights, man. I don't cut trees. I own a screwdriver. That's about it. That's it, man.
Oh my gosh, Frank. This is hilarious.
No tools, no trucks.
Come on, Frank. Frank, this is hilarious just to hear you say that, because it proves what I've been saying, that you don't have to know anything about doing the work. It's all about getting the customer, partnering with matching the customer with an ISP, getting paid. Wow, man, just to hear you saying that was funny for you to say I only own a screwdriver. You sound like me. I'm calling somebody. I don't know how to, I barely know how to take out the trash. I'm calling somebody.
Right.
So, but to be able to make $400 on one deposit, of course, if you do that 10 times, you're at $4,000. And then as you start to scale, because let's say low end, you do one a week in LA, right? Just one tree trimming job a week in LA. And then once you get the automation part set up, you won't even be talking to the customers. They'll just book through the site. But let's just say one a week, just low end. Now, on average, 400. So now you're at 1,600 for the month. Nothing crazy. All of a sudden, you scale. Like my other guy is scaling very quickly. I was, pump your brakes, man. You're going too fast. You're leaving me. And but all of a sudden you scale, and by the end of this year, going into 2026 January, you're in 5 different cities. Now you're at 8,000 a month, and that's minimum. That's only one job a week. We know you'll probably do more than that, but I'm just keeping it small. Just scaling to 5 cities, San Francisco, San Diego, whatever else is out there, one a week, which ain't hard to do, minimal advertising, and then all of a sudden you're at $8,000-9,000 a month. And like I tell people, you don't have to be rich to live a good life. You just have to make money without having to go to work. If you can make money, if you make $10,000 on a 9 to 5, it's going to cost you $3,000 in taxes. So you only take home 7, and you sold almost 200 hours that month to get it. You can make $10,000 on a middleman business. You might spend 10-20 minutes promoting your business, whether you use Craigslist, or I told you about the new site Quote Buddy, or something like that, or passing out a flyer. You could be out having dinner with your family and just hand out a flyer, or they see your business. Bam! All of a sudden, you got a customer. You're doing things you enjoy doing. That's freedom. Freedom's not about how much money you make necessarily. It's about how much time do you own. How much time do you own, man? And that's the beauty of it, Frank. And so, just a blessing to be able to hear you talk about your business like that.
Sure. And I appreciate all your
help,
man. All your help, the coaching, and the growth that's already happening. I was talking to somebody just now, a friend of mine, about this, and he said, I hope that you're successful with this venture. Yeah. And I said, nah, you got it wrong, my friend. I'm already a success.
Come on, brother. Let's go.
I'm already a success. I don't need to be at 10K. I'm already at 10K.
No.
I'm already there, man. You know.
Come on, dude. Up there. The mindset is the way it goes. It starts in the mind. You lose there. You just like what that guy said. He's got a mindset where he's got to see proof. Like that ain't how this works. That ain't how faith works. I'm gonna step out. You took a chance. You said, hey, I like what this guy is saying. He's speaking to me. I relate to it. I know I'm in a position where I know how I don't want to end up. So I need to change some things. Bam. You jump out there. You click the button, buy into the masterclass, right? Get in there, go through the training, go through the one-on-ones, and now I'm watching you grow your business. Take steps. Like I always tell them, hey, get in the masterclass, pay the $2,500, take the click, go. It's going to go up because I'm running out of space, but get it now, because if you can make $10,000 a month, what's $2,500? I do that all day long.
That's nothing for nothing, but this is a deal, man. So whoever needs to get in, you better get it now. Yeah. Even if it goes up, it's still worth it, man.
It's still worth it. Penny. Yeah, the freedom is the thing.
Because when you take someone from believing to knowing, that's priceless, man. That bridge that you're building from believing that you can do something to knowing in action and realizing it.
Game changer. But yeah, man, I just wanted to just put you on the video call, Frank. I appreciate you being on. We're gonna probably get together. I think you said that he's doing some revisions, and is the site gonna be ready next week?
Yeah, I believe next week.
All right, so let's shoot for that. As soon as you get that info, shoot me an email, and then we'll set up and go over your site, and then go over some simple marketing. I want to have at least 5 simple marketing steps you can use to quickly get some customers day one as soon as the site is up. Because I don't want to drive them to the site and it's not there, so we don't want to have an empty store. So as soon as that website is up and running, you and I, we're going to work together to implement some things that you could do. And do you have your script down, or is that something we need to go over?
Yeah, the script is pretty much about, I think, 90%. You know,
okay.
90%.
All right. Let's go over the script, make some revisions too as we go. I've already looked over the site whenever you sent it last time, but I do want to see the updates that were made.
Okay.
So Craigslist is a good site to check out. I'm also showing on camera to everybody who's going to be watching freequotebuddy.com, where you can go and let's see, you can go here and post, click on add listing, and then pick a plan, 5, 10, $15 plans. It runs for 10 days, any city in America, and then customers can reach out to you once you set that up. I'll show you what a profile looks like. Yeah, I know you can't see this, Frank. I'm kind of showing this for the students on the
Okay.
video.
No,
And
no worries. No worries.
and you could go on here and get a profile. Here's one here. There you go. So that's what a profile is going to look like. It's got all the information. I don't know if they can see it or not, but it's pretty cool. All right, Frank, buddy, I'm going to let you go with respect to your time. I got to get to
Thanks,
an
man.
event
Appreciate
coming
your
up.
time.
No, man, I appreciate
Hey,
you. Thank you.
I'm gonna put this. I'm gonna put this out there right now.
Yeah.
You got to start your own podcast soon, man.
I might have to, man. I've been thinking about that.
Yeah. Podcast, because
Yeah.
you. I mean, when I hear your YouTube
Yeah.
videos, I'm driving around, and it helps me get into the right frame of mind.
Oh, yeah.
I
Man.
love it. I love it. Keep
Yeah.
it coming.
I'm going to drop this one, so you'll see it. I don't know when it'll be, but as soon as we get it set up, I'll put it on there, man. But Frank, thank you so much. And, man, I can't wait to talk to you next week, okay, buddy?
All right, man. Thank you.
All right. Talk to you later, Frank. All right. Bye-bye. All right, guys. So that ended. You see, I always do meetings. Man, I love Frank. I can't wait to see him successful. He's got a lot of things in common that I had in common, so I guess that's how we relate. And but I hope you guys got that. I know it was kind of impromptu, and the camera and everything wasn't perfect. I had some issues with my Zoom, but we're just moving into this new house, and so my office isn't all the way set up, and so I apologize for that. But the 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 graphics and all that stuff, that's not important. The message is what's important, so I hope everybody got that. All right, guys, I got to go. See, I got a bunch of notes, meeting with students all day. Please don't miss out. Click the link to jump into the masterclass. Go ASAP before I have to create a waiting list, because I do this all the time, meeting with everybody. So dive in. Let's see. Dive in. Go to the masterclass. Let's see. Middleman CEO. I'll show you guys real quick. Go to Middleman CEO. Click on VIP. That's the one that comes with me and with training. You could get the masterclass for less, but it does not come with any additional training. It's just a course. Click on VIP. It'll show you everything that comes in the VIP, including coaching. Your direct contact number. You'll be able to contact me. Just don't wear me out. Just because I got to help everybody. So be patient with that. And then you go here. You'll see the course a little less than. Let's see. So the course right now is $2,500. Just a heads up, the course is going to $5,000 because I'm at the point where I can only take a few more students, and so I got to raise the price because I don't want to waste time with anybody who's not serious about doing the business. If you need some type of payment plan, when you get to the site, you can click, if you guys see right here, pay another way. So when you get to the checkout, click pay another way. And when you click it, it'll give you a code. It'll send it to your email and stuff like that. And then you'll see options from like Klarna, Afterpay. Click one of those if you want to do payments. If you want to just pay for it right out, click that. If for some reason you can't get the Afterpay and all that to work, email me at middlemanceoinfo@gmail.com, and I can work with you to set up a payment plan through the website. So, but do that. Don't miss out. You see Frank, man, I can't wait to. I'm so emotional. I kind of want to cry just hearing his story, but I can't wait till we get Frank and I jump on 6 months from now, a year from now, and his business is booming, and I'm actually going to get to go out there, and spend time with students in California, spend time with students in Atlanta. By the way, if you want me to come to your city and teach this, if you're a student, teach you in person, go through stuff, just drop your city, let me know. But if you want to get the link, just drop the word middleman in the comments below, or you could click the link. It'll be in the first comment, or the link will be in the video description to get into the masterclass, or just go to middlemanceo.com. All right, guys, I gotta go. I hope this was helpful. Again, still I got stuff everywhere in this office, so I'm not properly set up. Just moved into a new beautiful home that I was telling Frank about, and some of you guys follow the channel, you already know. I used the middleman business to buy my family a beautiful house, best house I've ever owned. Anybody in my family, really. So, but in order to do that, I didn't use a job. Paychecks trap you to jobs for 30-year mortgages. Don't want to be trapped to a job for 30 years. Use an asset to build a business. That's what I do with my middleman business. I book jobs through my middleman business, and then I get paid. I let the business grow, and then we were able to buy a house that way. Anyway, I'm talking too much. I've given y'all a lot of information. Y'all just have a wonderful, blessed day. Be blessed. And for everybody who wants to get in the class, you guys know what to do. Peace.